Hey there, it's Kristen, and I wanted to introduce my Dice Divination Playsheet and just give you some ideas for how to use it. So it is two-sided, and it has 4 different sections. 2 on one side and 2 on the other side. So I'm just going to show you how I tend to use it, but of course you can use this in any way that you see fit. The first section I want to discuss is the consulting areas. So the first thing you're going to need is a pair of dice. And really that's about all that you're going to need, just a pair of dice. I like to use a little area so that the dice don't roll around. But you're just going to use a pair of dice, and these are regular 6-sided dice. You do want to have them look different from each other. So in this case, I have a yellow one and a blue one. So you just want to have 2 that look different in some way. Let's see, there's 1, 2, and then 3 different styles of dice reading that I'm going to cover. So, but you can do all 3 styles with your pair of dice. So the first thing we're going to look at is the consulting areas. And the consulting areas, you can use this to figure out what area do you need to examine in your life, what area might you need help or support. You can use this to kind of pick a topic area for a reading with cards if you want. Or you can use this, when I use it, I typically start here and then I'll use the other parts to get more information on this particular consulting area. I also think of it, the reason why I put consulting areas is because when I work with my psychic reader who does my readings, she often talks about my spirit team, but then consultants, like angel consultants, like that I have some spiritual consultants that are helping me in very specific areas. So sometimes they're helping me with my money or helping me with my career stuff. And so that's how I think of these. And so if you work with angels, you can also think of them from that perspective as well. So the first thing that you want to do is just roll the dice, and you can see these are numbered from 2 to 12. So when you roll your dice for this first one for consulting areas, all you're going to do is just add up the numbers. So in this case, we have 5. So my consulting area would be creativity. So next we're going to look at this second area, which is 21 essential angels, and you see I've written medical medium in parentheses. So these 21 essential angels are based on the medical medium book, and I'll have like links to those things, or actually you can find them in my Amazon storefront. But it's a really great list of specific angels and what they do, like what their purpose is and how they can help you. So I took that information. I have this book on Kindle, so it's really an easy reference. And so I use this section to find out what angel do I need, like what kind of support and help do I need. And again, you can relate it back up to one of these consulting areas. So you're going to roll the dice. And with this one, actually, I'm going to roll it again because it's going to make sense in a second. Okay, so for this particular section, when you roll the dice, what you want to do is put these in order from the smallest number to the largest number. Okay, whatever the numbers are, the smaller number goes first. So in this case, we're looking at it as 56. And then you would look on the chart and find 56. So it looks like I need to work with the angel of relationships. So you'll have to get the book to find out how the angel of relationships can help you. And because there's a little paragraph, short paragraph on each one of these different angels that you might find helpful. Now I'm going to turn it over to this side. And on this side, we have 2 charts. We have a spirit animals chart and aromatherapy magic chart. They're really read in the same way. And now you can probably figure out why I have yellow and blue dice. So it's easy if you have these same colors, but if you don't, you want to just assign one of your dice to the yellow and one to the blue. So for spirit animals, I look at this in terms of what, who's my teacher right now in terms of a specific animal. And so you just roll the dice, and we have 4 and 4. So the way we would look at this, if I were to put them here and here, so we want to look at the yellow, the 4 column, and the blue, the 4 row, and where they intersect. So it looks like skunk is my spirit animal. And there are plenty of resources online and books and things for spirit animals. I also have a couple of books that I like that I will have in my Amazon storefront. And so the final area is aromatherapy magic. And this I use to make vibrational sprays. But if you're familiar with aromatherapy, you can use this section really in any way that you want. I adapted this, I kind of updated this list and tried to use essential oils that were more common and less expensive, just so they could be more versatile. When I have my specific list has the oils that I tend to use a lot that are in my stash, but you're going to do it the same way. When I make a vibrational spray, I use 3 essential oils, and I use 2 drops of each oil in a per ounce. So I'm making a 1 ounce dilution. And again, you do the same process. Yellow 2, blue 4, and we would just find out where they intersect. So it looks like oregano would be one of the oils. And of course, you could just do this just to figure out just 1 oil. You don't have to do 3. You can use this also because oils have therapeutic and also spiritual properties. Sometimes it's just interesting to know what do you need, like therapeutically, and then picking an oil in this way using divination. So this is the Dice Divination Playsheet, and this is a free printable on my Ko-fi page, and so you'll be able to find it there and you can download it. As you can see, I have mine laminated. I like to laminate pretty much everything, but you can print it out onto a sheet of cardstock, laminate it, especially if you're like me, you just tend to roll the dice right on top of it a lot of times, and it'll be good to go. So I hope you enjoy this.